it wasn't until I met my wife that I started appreciating women more. Just the role of my mom growing up, I started realizing, whoa, my mom did so much for me. She sacrificed so much for me. You know, so selfless and put herself last and without even thinking twice. And I think as a guy or as a man, I think we're naturally more selfish, right? We think of ourselves first, and you know, we don't put one foot forward to do something for someone without thinking first, well, what's in it for me? You know, and I think women for the most part are not like that, especially if they're moms. And which is interesting because I started, when I first got started attempting to, in the working world, that's when I met my wife, and she introduced me to a company. I started working with her, and she was already great. I mean, she was a lot better than I was at making money by far, and I'm sure to this day, despite my whatever years of experience, I'm pretty confident she can come in, pick up what I do or learn what I do and out-earn me without a doubt. But you know, the thing I respect the most about her is that she was willing to, I mean, my wife's whole dream was to be some high-powered attorney, you know, live in some high-rise building, and she thought that was her mission in life. That was going to be the gratification, you know, that would make her happy, I guess, or very gratifying to her. But we got married, and she was really good at what we used to do, the business we were involved in. I mean, she was great. And I had no problem just taking a step back and allowing her to have the limelight and allowing her to have the glory, and I was happy just being being Emily's husband. I had no problem with that. But then she started noticing, wait a minute, something's wrong here. You know, if I don't step down, he'll never step up. And I want him to step up because I want him to think more of himself, to be confident, you know, to know he can be the provider of our home, you know, and the scariest thing for me was when she finally came to this conclusion on her own, without even consulting me, obviously, but she goes, you know what, I'm not going to work anymore. And I said, what? She's like, yeah, I'm not going to work. I'm just going to be a stay-at-home mom. Freaked me out. I thought, well, okay. And I guess I thought at the time, all right, fine. I mean, I had a stay-at-home mom, and you know, we wanted to start a family. I think she was already pregnant. That's probably why she came to me and said, hey, I'm going to be a mom. I want to stay home. I guess what gets me still to this day is I know how hard that was for her. And all this time I was taking a back seat to her. And that was her telling me, hey, I'm gonna take a step back and take a back seat for you. But man, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Man, I think if I was to look at the word sacrifice, I think there'd be moms in the dictionary. You know, pictures of every mom out there. And my wife's no exception. I mean, she epitomizes that word. I mean, she chose to homeschool from the very beginning. Before we even had kids, we talked about it, and she kind of stayed true to that plan. And that's a sacrifice. You know, not only is it harder, it can be a burden sometimes, but it's challenging. I mean, think about that. All the weight of your kid's education is on your shoulders. It's just nice. It's nice that she's willing to put herself last and think of herself last in every aspect, you know, of her life. And man, what a great example to me, you know. And so, I don't know, I have a great deal of respect, and I really, really value not just my wife, but women in general. Because there's nothing harder than being a mom.